Hello everyone. For those of you that have watched the clips from the Never 42 BOON GOULD tribute night, you'll know that we had a bloody fantastic evening. To be fair, in my opinion, I actually took a gamble on Never 42 because I'd never actually seen them live. But Howie, Matt, Mike, Paul and Scott did not let us down. They really were very professional, and every single person that came to that gig enjoyed it immensely. You probably saw that I was pretty emotionally charged. I hadn't slept properly for a couple of nights before it, and I was thinking about my speech, and I got thrown at the beginning because both Sue Jackson and Pam Foster weren't in the audience. To Sue Jackson, I just wanted to say thank you, because it was actually her idea to have a get-together of level heads to pay our respects to BOON. It wasn't actually my idea, it was just I sort of took over. And to Pam, you would have seen that it was actually her that inspired me to start doing selling all the items and raising money for charities. So as far as I'm concerned, Pam Foster's made me a better person, so I thank you awfully, Pam, for that. Now, during the night, apart from a little bit of a Bob Geldof moment for me, and I must admit one of my friends told me last night I was extremely stern inviting the audience forward for the second part, but as you've seen when I did actually film a bit of the audience, everybody was seriously into the gig. The fundraising went extremely well. I need to say some thank yous to some people, to Bob, Colin, Jackie and Alan. The first three were all members of the Havering Funk Force. They actually all bid on items and then didn't actually take the items. They allowed me to ring the people that came second. Obviously they gave me the money for what they bid for, but they allowed me to contact all the people that came second. So we went from £800 on the night to £1,000 after the night had finished, which, you know, there was less than 100 people in the audience. There was only about 12 or 13 items to bid on. To get £1,000 from it all is fantastic. For the people that won their bids, I thank Paul Whitman, Mark Hughes, Mario Angeli, Mark Harding, Sue Diakowska, I think I've got it right, Sue, David Finn, Ian Goldsborough, Tony Saxby, and right, there's a particular person I'll mention in a second with some photographs. But also thanks again to Gordon and Jane Parry, who actually donated a couple of items. Now, you guys know that I obviously get full support from the band when I do these things. You know, I wrote to Mark before the gig, sent him some items, he sent them back. Pete Ray Biggin gave me his drumsticks when I saw him at the Jazz Cafe. Mike, I've mentioned before, running around for me doing all sorts of things. Obviously Phil as well, signing some stuff. I made Phil aware of what a successful night it was, and he sent a message back to me just saying he was going to actually tell BOON's kids that the room was full of love for his brother, and that's exactly what it was. It was a fantastic evening. I don't think I was the only emotional person there. A really great night. A couple of shout outs. Oh, sorry. Anyway, it's one thing being sort of assisted in doing these things, but getting acknowledged for it as well, because there's something you haven't seen yet. But basically in the second part I was invited up on stage and presented with this photograph. Now this photo was taken at Loo in Cornwall a few weeks ago. It's in the dressing room that the lads had, which I must admit was probably about the size of, looking at this, it was about the size of my fourth bedroom here. This was taken by Roy Longley, who has been the photographer for the band for the last couple of festivals. And Mark had actually picked this picture out and asked Roy and Howie to present it to me. So, you know, I just have a truly amazing relationship with these guys. You know, not only to get their assistance, but kind of get acknowledged for it in a special way as well is absolutely bloody awesome. Finally, the award for those that came, because there was people that came far and wide, but the one that won the furthest away award goes to Ray Boyle. Now, he arrived on his trike. He'd come all the way from Newcastle on this, and you've got to see this. The front of it He's had the whole band signed and then lacquered it for all weathers. And he'd come all the way from Newcastle. As you saw, he was in his Thunderbirds outfit. He came to the concert in his Thunderbirds outfit and actually drove through Hornchurch High Street on his trike in his Thunderbirds outfit. I was driving behind him, and there was people in a pub that he went past that literally, there was about 6 or 7 of them sort of got up off their chairs and was going, "Oh my God, look at that." Now, I just mentioned Roy Longley. Oh, so that's the whole of Never 42 with Ray. This is the end of the concert, and I particularly want to miss. So Roy had produced a special booklet that had photographs from the Cardiff gig last year, and he'd sent it to Mark, and Mark had endorsed it inside. And basically this is Francis Levy's brother Gary. He bid an awful lot of money for this particular item. It is a one-off, but I'd really thank you, and everybody that was involved in all the bids, thank you awfully. I think there's one more picture I wanted to show. Oh no, that's me with Pammy. Oh, there's Francis with the thingy, with the booklet, and as I said, that's me with Pam the next morning. Thank you awfully. Keep watching. I'll see if I can keep you occupied with some other things that come up shortly. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye.